Okay. Oh, wait. Good morning, America. Ohayou gozaimasu. Boku wa roba. PoGokeRo desu. No, desu is arimasu. Man, I need to, yeah, hey. Hi, Japanese people out there in Salem, Oregon. Come, talk to me. Let's, practice. Okay. Yeah, hey. Man, happy Sunday morning to you. Blessed happy Sunday morning. It is a beautiful, sunny, clear day. Man, spring is, coming forth, coming out with madness. And, here we are. So, what brings me here today is my typical Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning spectacle. I was chilling in the iron farm because I'm trying to farm as much iron as I can before the next patch. When the next patch drops, we're not gonna have any. All the iron farms are gonna break, and we have to make new iron farms, and that's a pain in the butt to do. I just hate doing it. And then all your villager training posts are gonna not work anymore too. So the whole thing has got to be worked out differently. So so I'm kind of being frantic about it because I go through iron like crazy, and if I were to mine it, it would take way too long. You'd have to sort through way too much crap. So yeah, and it takes a long time. I'm basically converting. I have to leave my computer on for hours and hours and hours and hours just to run Minecraft, just to get little tiny bits of iron. So I don't have to do it continually, all the time myself. Oh man, it's like worse than bitcoins, right? So yeah, and I was mining all this iron because check out what I've been working on. So pushing my co-host, Uni Farragun. I think she's bowing out, but that's the way it goes, huh? So yeah, so I've been working on this project, right? I love this nether kit. I made this nether deal here to shorten the distance to move between everything. It took a lot of work, and it's really scary to be suspended above a lake of lava. Then this thing broke. I had to figure out how to make this work again. Oh man, it was awful. But yeah, there we go. Let's see. Woodland Mansion. Okay. So yeah, let me discuss what's been going on. As we all know, there was a terrible, terrible tragedy in New Zealand. 50 people were massacred in a mosque, in their holy place, in a holy place. A madman came in, but he wasn't mad. He was possessed. I don't know. He was absolutely insane. In a way, he was possessed, right? Because nothing he did was rational. It was absolutely madness. I don't know where this madness came from. I mean, is it in every single group? Does every group have this madness? I mean, it's got to, right? I mean, it would have been someone else. I mean, it would have been a different group had it not been this group that got the madness eventually, right? But I guess we got to work through it. But at the time right now, right? The shooter in New Zealand was motivated by Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, well, Donald Trump is a white supremacist, we know this. So, I mean, like, things are getting pretty real. I just read that a key witness in a corruption trial in Italy, she was like 33 and she was poisoned. She was murdered. So she couldn't testify against the former fascist in power, who's trying to come to power again. Right? It's fascism that we're dealing with. This is what's coming up. The guy in New Zealand is connected to Donald Trump, is connected to Putin, is connected to the fascists in Italy, is connected to the right wing in the UK, who are pushing for Brexit. They're all connected, dude. It's a worldwide thing. We're basically in World War III now, and on a different level, right? It's a totally different level. It's all information. It costs a lot of money to destroy infrastructure, so you avoid it if you can, right? I guess, I don't know. Maybe not, because they're happy to destroy other people's infrastructure. I mean, isn't Israel like bombing the hell out of Gaza right now? Didn't they just like kill a whole bunch of civilians and kids? Israel again? So yeah, I've got to separate Israel from Netanyahu. I think Netanyahu is the government who's pushing for these terrible policies. Like, would the Israeli left wing do the same thing? I don't know. Have they ever been in power? So, yeah, we need to separate. Like, oh man, this guy. That's like a talk about a dreadlock. So, my cat. I have a cat. You know, I have a Maud. Where are you, Maud? I have two cats, Dude and Maud. Maud is Maud is man, wow. A Maine Coon. So she gets lots, and then Dude attacks Maud all the time. I hate it because he bites her. It sucks because then he gets a bunch of like fur in his mouth and he hates it, and then his saliva causes Maud's fur to bunch up, and then it dreadlocks. And for cats, that's terrible because the dreadlocks pull on the cat's skin. So the cat doesn't want to move anymore because it hurts, right? It's being constantly yanked by this dreadlock, and the cat can't lick it out. They can't get rid of it. They can't even reach it. So I have to go through with my fingers and like calm her down and like work through it very gently with my fingers and separate out the dreadlocks without yanking it out of her hair and causing her to hurt. Or without like trying to avoid cutting it off. I don't want to cut off her hair because, you know, cats need their hair. I think this Israel-Palestine thing is a dreadlock like that. It's many things, many concepts tangled up together. And they're tangled, and whenever you try to address one, like you yank on the other ones. So you have to untangle all these ideas from each other to even address it. And I think it's made really difficult because other people, other entities are purposely trying to mess it up. They're taking these ideas and being like this. to make more and worse dreadlocks, and you don't want to cut them because then you have to regrow them out again, or it's just bare and it hurts, and you know. Man, this is a lot harder without anyone here. Alright. Let me turn up the music, right? There we go, because I have no one else to talk to. This is what I've been working on. This is now back at the location when we first started working. You have to remember, when you first started dropping in, I think we dropped in here, and Uni Farragon drowned, and it was turned around. It was this way, and she drowned over here, and it was all dark, so we had to like dig our way out. It was awful, right? And we dug out, and like none of this was here. So like, yeah, we dug all this out. I dug all this out. I dug it out because I have the ultimate pickaxe, and I have this beacon which allows me to work harder and faster. Then I created an item sorter. Yes, this item sorter separates out the cobblestone, diorite, andesite, granite, gravel, and dirt, and the coal. But the coal also feeds the smelter, which then, if you put in iron ore, it'll be automatically converted into iron ingots. So this thing is pretty amazeballs. This thing's amazing. Let me show you how it works. Let me go grab some stuff. So we got some cobblestone. Just throw some cobblestone in there. Let's see. Well, we don't have much, right? We have a bunch of cobblestone. Yeah, I have to go mining. I already sorted all the stuff out. Let me go dig some stuff out. So, take out the diorite, take out the andesite, some granite. So just mix it all up, right? It's all mixed up. Okay. So suppose you're out there mining. You're mining. And then you're done mining, you're like, oh, I got a backpack full of stuff, but I don't want to go through them, sort through, and spend the time to like pick through my inventory and dump it in each one. So instead I go to this one deal, and I just blithely dump in all my stuff into the item sorter. Here, I even put a little bit of coal. I'm gonna keep the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I do that. Hey, why aren't you like going here? Pop, pop, pop. Oh, it is. But it's supposed to be shooting up. Oh no! My elevator stopped working. I gotta check out my item elevator. Let me see this real quick. Why are you not working anymore? Item elevator? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Je ne sais pas! Oh man, this worked yesterday. It was working great. There it goes. I don't know, I had to reset it. Anyways. So now, yeah, it dumps it into this dropper. This dropper drops in some water. The water brings it up to there. My little item elevator, which deposits it in my little hopper pipe. The hopper pipe then drags along all these items. That's so nice. I like this. When it works, this thing's great. So yeah, and then it just goes to this little item, gets dropped off in there, and then into this item, hopper pipe. The hopper pipe then takes it along, and it's sorted out depending on what it is. So the hopper will lock if it's not the correct item, and unlock if it is the correct item, and the item will fall through. And then over here, this is the smelter. So that's why it has a little bit of space between. Alright. So, as that is being deposited, it's being sorted out again. So there. Well, trust, it's happening. It'll get done eventually, right? Just like whatever. Okay. Yeah. So I dug all this out. It's pretty nice. Let's go back up.
In supplying what we want in the way of goods or labor.
Raw. So yes, this is the pyramid, and it's going through. It's doing its thing. This is our base so far, or well, the base so far. That's the Woodland Mansion right there. That huge thing. It's like giant. I can't believe it. That's yeah, the cow. The Zunifergan. There's a little. Well, it used to be the mine, but I don't know. It still goes down to the mine. I don't know what it's for anymore. Woodland Mansion. And then, yeah, our little settlement. Now, I made... So, this way is north, going that way. So, I discovered that if you go this way, east, there's a... you can reach the ocean. Part of the ocean. I don't want to explore too much again because I don't want I want to wait for the expansion to drop. But I needed to get sand, so I went really far away to find my sand. Anyway, I don't want to go over there. It's far. I'm out of food. Check me out. No more food. So what I got for food instead? I got baked potatoes. And then I put in some bamboo here to make scaffolding, to make it easier to climb up and stuff. And harvest some of the scaffolding. It was great. Look how. Okay, it's hard to move through, right? But like once you get the hang of it. Yeah, I don't have to replant it, it's just there, and now my inventory is absolutely full of bamboo. That's great. Because then we use this, we combine this with string to make scaffolding. And I'm not a fan of scaffolding myself. Maybe I just need to practice more. Scaffolding. Scaffolding. There it is. Yeah, that's all you need. You don't need one stack. There, easy peasy. Here, 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 here. And then when you're done, you just knock them all down. It's easy. You don't have to even climb up. Right? So there it is. Scaffolding! Should I leave it out here? I don't know. What am I going to do? Make a chest, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Not there? Here. Pass some scaffolding. Plant some more bamboo. I got lots of it. Oh man. Yeah, well, it's hard to talk by myself. I mean, I've done it before. But I think I just did it. And so I'm like, I don't know if I need to, like, I don't want to repeat what I just said. If I had someone to talk to who didn't know what was going on, then I could, like, say, hey, this is what I was talking about. There's no one there. Let's see. Do I have anyone? Anyone? Nada. Nobody. Got no one here. Alright. Resume game. Well, oh man. Where do I want to go, dude? Okay. This coffee maybe is not so good. I don't know, it's Sunday. The sun is out. Like, there's light and yeah, I don't have a co-host. And let's see, suddenly. And so okay, so what's going on? I'll use my old list. Oh, these are old. These are super old. Well, you know, Nancy Pelosi has signaled that she's not interested in what's it called? Not interested in impeachment. Like, why aren't you interested in impeachment? And Nancy Pelosi's all, because it's divisive to the country. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. If you run impeachments, if you run hearings non-stop and let the people know what's going on, they're gonna be like, yo, this guy's bad, get him out. So I don't know what Nancy Pelosi is doing. Why she just gave away all her power. Why did she do that? I'm wondering if she's on, like, what side she's on. I don't get it. Like, I think she did the same thing for Bush. Bush is a war criminal, you know. That whole Iraq thing that happened, that was he should have been impeached for that. He basically made up a reason to go invade another country and wreck it. And we're in the fallout of that still today, right? Nancy Pelosi did not impeach Trump or Bush when that happened. In fact, now we're forgetting it. Like, the historians aren't going to forget it. They're going to look back and be like, yo, you guys are dumb. What happened? Like, really? Come on. W. Bush lied to us to get us to go to... Get out of here, man. Get out. George W. Bush lied to us in order to get us to go to Iraq. He exploited our tragedy of 9/11, exploited our hurt in order to get us to go to into Iraq, who had nothing to do with it. And as a result of that, because Iraq fell, he led that made room for ISIS to grow. That's what happened, right? It's the same thing that happened here. Like, if you weaken a people, then you invite pathogens in. You invite bad things to come in. If you weaken a body, if someone's working too hard and they don't take care of themselves, they get sick. Easy. They easily get sick. They just wear themselves out. Well, it's the same thing with a society, right? There are elements within the society yeah, sure, you have your counterculture elements, right? But not all counterculture is necessarily bad or good. Think of it like think of it like your microbes in your gut, right? You have microbes in your gut. They're not part of your body. Most of the genetic material in your body is not yours. Fact. Like, the thing is that in order for your economy to work, your body economy to work, you need to transform raw materials into something your body can use. And the things that do it are not your cells, they're other bacteria, they're other cells that do the work. They live in your body, right? And they hang out there, and your body protects them. You're like, well, more or less protects them, right? It provides a place for them to live. That's what it does. But your body doesn't do it. No, dude. It's the bacteria. You eat food, you chew it up. Your stomach like makes it to a mulch. Like it breaks it down as much as possible. Is what your stomach, which your digestion, what this part does. And then once it gets past your stomach and goes into your intestines, that's when the bacteria start doing the work of like breaking that stuff down more, and releasing stuff so that they can be absorbed by your intestinal wall and used by your body. And then on the other half of the intestinal part is when the process is changed and your body starts pushing stuff out into it that it wants to get rid of. And you got bacteria helping out there too, dude. Really. So like in your gut, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not you. But if that stuff isn't working well, you will not be well. You will be sick. You will be gross. Hey, let me invite my cousin real quick. Let me see. Can I invite him? No. Yeah, he's already invited. Here, hold on. Message. Hey, wanna join the show? Join the show this morning? He's already in. So if he wants. Anyways, all right. So you got people. You got your bacteria gut that's not part of you, but if you don't take care of it, you're gonna be sick. That's what happens when you take antibiotics. When you take a bunch of antibiotics can't see which bacteria is good and bad. It just goes, it's like a killing thing. It just goes through and kills everything. So that's why after you take good antibiotics, you have the runs. You get really bad diarrhea afterwards. Because like your gut is like devoid of fauna. All the bacteria that would do the work of breaking down your food and helping you get nutrients, they're all dead. You killed them all. And then so all this stuff comes in and like your body can't really take care of it. So a lot of it just goes straight back out. Right? Super inefficient. Yeah, dude, there's a whole economy. Think about the economy of your gut. My goodness. If you start thinking like that, then yeah. Then hey, let's extrapolate. Let's just have fun with it and move up. Go bing and go up a level. Here, let me get more coffee. All right. So desu ka? What was I looking at here? That was gonna do it for me. Oh man, say I lost it. My nose itches. Okay, so why did I even get off on what was my bridge? I was bridging the body bacteria. Oh yeah, to a society. So in a society, right, it's the same deal, right? I don't want to call foreign workers bacteria, not part of us, because that's kind of stupid. That like I don't want to go that far. Here, let's look at it another way. Do you know about the cell? Let's go down instead of up. Let's go down. So do you know about the cell? I'm talking about the like, you know, a living cell, the human cell. Like one of them, just one. Not a human, not the whole human with its gut bacteria, but just one cell. One cell, right? It's got the. If you look at the cell, if you look at the biology of the cell, its anatomy. It has the nucleus, and then there's like the membrane around the cell, and then it has a whole bunch of stuff inside of it. It has the RNA, the ribosomes, the mitochondria, that flat, I don't even know. I can't even. It's been a long time since we did biology, but it has a bunch of stuff inside of it. But the big deal about it, the big deal about the cell, is the mitochondria. What the hell is, or what is the mitochondria? So I'm talking about, you know, the cell. Let me go down to my workshop. Grab some bricks. Oh, this is funny. So a mitochondria is, so if you break down the anatomy of a cell further, a mitochondria is like a cell by itself. Really, it's like its own cell. So, and it's like the powerhouse of the cell. It's like the power center, the powerhouse. Yeah, it's where the power is generated. So I don't know, the mitochondria takes in stuff from the cell and kicks out other stuff. It does the metabolism. And then so if you trace the evolution of how that happened, like they're thinking somehow that somewhere way down the line the mitochondria was its own deal, its own cell, its own like floating around, right? And somehow these two things decided to make a deal, like the human cell or a cell, some kind of cell, and the mitochondria, bacteria, decided to make a deal with each other. And they'll say, yo dude, you can come live inside of me, I'll take care of you and propagate you, and you do this for me. And the mitochondria and the mitochondria bacteria like ancestor was like, okay, that's a good deal, I'll do that. So they merged. So inside, no, yeah, for real, I'm not joking. So inside of every cell, every human cell, there's the mitochondria, which is its own basically it's a bacteria that lives inside of the cell, that does all the energy for the cell. So if you don't take care of like, so there are things that are not necessarily genetically part of you, but they are part of you on a different level. So you can get tricked. If you look at it just on the material. You're like, oh, your material looks different than my material. You must not be part of me. I'm going to reject you. Oh, man, if you do that, you get sick. Because they are part of you. You're just getting tricked by your vision. Your mind is on the lower level of appearances. You're looking at the shadows, man. You're looking at the shadows. Turn around. Look at that fire. That fire of reason allows you to look around. Use it. So let's go down, right? That mitochondria is not part of the cell technically, but on the higher level, that cell, the human cell, could not be what it is without the mitochondria. So it is. Move up a level, right? The human body, sure, it can. It's awesome, It has a whole bunch of stuff in it that's not part of it, technically, right? It's not its stuff. But your body couldn't work nearly as well, or at all, really, without it. So is it, on a higher level, it's like the entire you. This part is you. You need it. You should take care of it. Your gut bacteria, yes. So let's move up higher. Alright, let's look at immigration in the United States. Our story, the story of the United States, is one of tragedy, of course, tragedy, of apocalypse. For real, the American story is of apocalypse. But it was not total extinguishment. It was rebirth, right? It's a new form, right? Remember, don't forget. Express again in the new form, today, now, and give life again, because that's what America is about. We come in waves because not everyone who came here was an invader capitalist. Like, a lot of people are just running away from oppression. Like, they're like, man, I'm getting wrecked by the system over there. Like, they're pushing me over here. I guess I better move over here, else I'll die over there. You know. So, yeah, like, yeah. So the American story is not only apocalypse and rebirth. It's escape to freedom for others, right? And in a lot of ways, it's escape to a new world, like a brand new world, totally new world, absolutely new, like foreign, hostile world that you still have to fight. Man, the American story is amazing. Holy crap, there's so many facets to it. I can't even get the whole handle of it. I can't. It's too much. So, if you don't take care, and okay, so every part of that has had someone coming in and doing the visceral work. Someone's doing the visceral work. You can't have this American consciousness combined, unified into a greater whole unless you have people physically doing stuff. And if you don't take care of those people physically doing stuff, you're gonna get wrecked. I watched I think the Prime Minister of New Zealand speak to the families of the victims of the massacre, and I cried because it was watching a leader. A leader. She was leading. When you look at Donald Trump, man, that guy is a tyrant. That guy is not presidential. That guy's a tyrant. What happens to tyrants in America? Usurper. So yeah, she promised to fully take care of, the government would fully take care of all those families, all of them, all 50 of them, forever, for life. Take care of them. You're done. It's all taken care of. Don't worry about it. Wow. That's amazing. Imagine here in America, right? I can, right? Because I was thinking, wow, New Zealand is the size of like smaller than a state. Like, and here in America, like the population's tiny. Like those cities bigger than New Zealand. And they had as many people die there as happened in Las Vegas. And like, it's ridiculous. They had as many people die there as Las Vegas. But if you listen to the stories of the people who survived Las Vegas, they're getting crushed by medical debt. What? One day you're sitting there chilling at a concert, enjoying good music. Some maniac, some right-wing Trump-loving maniac up in the window shoots you with guns that he acquired over many years. You get shot, and you're like, you're lucky if you survive. Other people don't survive; they die. But you're lucky you survive, so you make it out. And now they're like, here's your medical bill. Oh my God! So now you have to declare bankruptcy. You know, people are like, "Hey, thoughts and prayers, Holmes. Thoughts and prayers." Oh my God, that's like an insult at this point. Holy crap! Yeah, New Zealand is showing leadership. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, she showed leadership. She is like the opposite of Trump. Trump says he's rich, but that guy is so poor that he sold everything just for money. That's how poor he is. Man, she was beautiful. For real, she was beautiful. Watch it, because like I'm dying, and she's like held herself. She like was like bam, and she like conveyed like the information, and you can tell that she was hurt, but she held it, and she was like she was putting her heart out there. Wow, she was awesome. She was awesome. And then I look at Trump and I'm like, God, you suck. But New Zealand, my goodness. Wow. See, I want a leader like her. She's amazing. So yeah, here's the thing. This place, what was made here, didn't just happen. I mean, a lot of you just saw it, right? When it first came here, it was a solid wall of stuff in darkness, right? It was just darkness and solid rock. And because we had coordinates, we were able to meet each other. And because we had coordinates, we were able to find the old mine that I made here. There was a gate here, and it was like that, and then it goes up. This is all solid, right? But because and then Uni Farragon dug a mine this way, straight this way. There it is, right? And because we had coordinates, we were able to find it. And then so we dug out to this wall. So with information, because if I like in this game, before I had coordinates, I couldn't have probably. This would have been a lot harder for me to do, right? With that information, I was able to better visualize and make space, like organize my actions with information. I was able to organize my actions to make space. And when I had space, I was better able then to visualize even further. Right? I was sat here, I'm like, And I worked things out. I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I thought, and I looked, and I looked, and I thought, and I thought, and I looked. And eventually, like, I constructed it in my head. And I saw it in my head. I'm like, okay, that's how it's gonna look. Okay, right? And then I acted. So all the work, or a big, huge part of the work, has always been before you do anything. You have to. It's in your head, and you're visualizing. You're putting it together in your head what it would look like. Because when you can see it in your head, then all this appearance stuff is like nothing, right? You just plow through it because you already see it. You already know where you're going. And then the darkness is like nothing, because the darkness is like nothing. It's like not really dark. It looks dark. It looks like solid rock, but you can see what's really there. That's what you're doing. That's where all the hard work is done. When they say third mind or third eye, like see with your third eye, man. Activate your chakras to get to your third eye and see the real world. That's what they're talking about. I mean, they're just talking like wah wah to like keep you mystified. But There's no need for mystification, dude. It's sharpening. It's literally getting your head to be able to visualize things and then move your bodily actions to make it work. That's how you do it in the real world. That's how you do it in Minecraft. Like, except it's super easy in Minecraft. Ha 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 ha. Like, you can. So but it's a two-part process, right? You got it. One part is to see it, and the other part is to do it. Because forever I thought about being able to like do stuff sort of like this, but until I knew how to make an item sorter, I didn't really know what I was doing, right? I had to learn how to make an item sorter. So I had to like do a bunch of work to learn how to make an item sorter. Then I do a bunch of work to learn how to make an item elevator. So then I had to learn how to use like water to move all this stuff. Then I had to learn how this item elevator worked and rah. So it's work upon work upon work, but it's fun, I guess. Yeah, because you make great stuff. So, like, for the kids especially, you gotta understand, kids, when adults are asking you to like go to school and do what seems to be mundane, stupid stuff, it's not mundane, stupid. What you're doing is you're strengthening aspects of your mind, your invisible part that you can't see yet. And you're a kid, so you don't know about it yet because you just got here. But we're trying to fill you in. That's what education is. It's filling you in. And you can't necessarily do stuff until you've done stuff before it. I couldn't have built this place until I learned how to make an item sorter, right? And I couldn't have made an item sorter until I learned how hoppers worked and how redstone worked. I couldn't have learned all that stuff until I gathered the materials and mined forever to get materials to learn about like this stuff and actually put it together and go, oh, that's what they mean. Like it's work upon work upon work. Oh yes. So work upon work upon work. But if you do it, it gets done, right? That's the illusion of time. Time wants you to. The moment wants you to believe it's the only thing real, but time exists, and so if you build things, you can build on top of it over and over and over again and keep going. And so you don't lose what you've done. That's what's important. Farragon made all that, made this. This is nice. I was gonna expand that way too, but then she made the wall. So I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing. And then, but we can go behind that way, and then that way, and then that way. There's plenty of room to expand. And I was gonna reserve this to like possibly expand the item sorter to bend and go this way. To include redstone and all sorts of other stuff. But only if it was necessary. For shizzle. Okay. So what else we got going? So in Oregon, oh hey, local call to action in Oregon. Oregon Senate Bill 501 is gun control legislation. It limits the size of the magazines to 5 bullets. It limits the amount of bullets you can buy, I think, to like 20 a month, which means target practice is kind of out of the question now, unless you want to use a different kind of thing to target practice. And yeah, I think a bunch of other restrictions. And at first I was like, oh my god, that's so restrictive. Only like 20 bullets a month? That's like ridiculous if you're a target shooter, right? And then I was thinking, oh, I look over at Christchurch, or whatever, however they say it. And they banned semi-autos. They banned semi-autos. No semi-autos in New Zealand. I'm like, wow! Okay. okay, maybe we should do that too. Ban semi-autos. Maybe Oregon isn't so bad, right? Perspective. Great perspective. But there's some people in Oregon who don't agree with me. They say that, oh, we want to have lots of weapons and bullets, right? Well, no. I know from scientific evidence that the more guns, the more gun deaths. That's the way it is. The more guns, the more gun deaths. So, I don't want that. I watched a video where some dude sitting on his ass shot and murdered some other dude because he could. And he got away with it. Well, I don't know if he got away with it, but yeah. That's dumb. That's stupid. You should not die just because you shoved someone away from your friend. That's dumb. So I am fully on board, and so I intend on showing up Saturday, what, the 23rd? Next Saturday, to counter-protest those jerks. What are you idiots doing? Saying, oh, we want more weapons of destruction and death. That's what we want. Man, get out of here with that noise. So I understand people might be afraid to show up. Well, too bad. I gotta do what you gotta do, right? So yeah, call to action. If you want to join me, there you are. But that's what I'm doing. So yeah, commitment. Commitment's a heavy chain, and it means something, right? When you commit, it means you're building on something. So if you commit and then they build on it and then you're not there, you fall through. Well then, did you commit? No, your commitment like fell through. And like, what does that mean? What does your word mean? Maybe there are other considerations. I don't know. So New Zealand banned semi-auto weapons, and I commend them. And I'm gonna defend Oregon's push to ban weapons. I'm all for it, dude. I'll be on. Yeah, I'm there. Yes, let's do it. Let's keep pushing it. Because these massacres need to end. These are dumb. We don't need to do it. We're the only country, only industrialized country that has this. Like, we're dumb. We're dumb. Is it we're dumb, or is it there's a confederacy here? Because really, look, who is the one pushing for these weapons? Who are the pro-Second Amendments? Sure, you have your handful, you have your bunch of liberals who are also pro-Second Amendment, but they're also pro-gun control. But yeah, the ones who are really anti-gun control and really super pro-Second Amendment are pretty much white supremacists. And if they don't come out and say they're white supremacists, they pretty much are. Like, I understand they want to defend against the government. Man, they didn't do nothing. They're the government. They're the Confederacy trying to oppress black people. They're the people we need to defend against. But they're the ones with the guns. Oh, man. Like, I'm calling it like it is. White supremacy is the terrorism here in America. And white supremacists like having guns. Right? If you see a black guy try to open carry in a state with open carry, they get harassed by the police. Because you come to find out you're not really the one supposed to open carry. Oh, man. Yeah, that's society. That's white supremacy, right? That's encoded in society. It's not the government, that's society. That's white supremacy inside society. That has to be excised. We have to take that tumor and cut that stuff out. Cut it out. It hurts, but cut it out. I don't know, stick some anesthesia on there or something, but like cut it out. You gotta cut that stuff out because it metastasizes if you don't. Look what happened, right? That shooter in New Zealand, I swear to goodness, I'm on Facebook, right? I'm on Facebook, scanning Facebook. And you would not believe how many white supremacists are on Facebook pushing the white supremacists, the shooters manifesto. They're quoting it, they're pushing it out there, they're disseminating as much as possible. Oh yeah, dude, they're trying. It's happening. This is an information war. So here, you have to look at it two ways, right? All right, I'm gonna get into like woo-woo stuff here a little bit, all right? But just bear with me. If you don't like it, you can just leave it. You don't have to use it. But I'm gonna use this woo-woo stuff for a bit. Like you D&D people know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get more coffee. All right. So we have an energy. Like all life is basically energy. Look at it. It's just energy, right? Your brain is a huge electrical circuit. Like the way that information flows across your body is through electricity, bioelectricity. All life is electricity, like energy, flowing around, flowing in a pattern. And when life dies, that electricity can't flow in that pattern anymore. That energy starts degrading. That pattern starts degrading. And when something dies, it creates a ripple effect. That some energy gets released. So yeah, you can use that energy to heal and to guide, or you can manipulate that energy to do nefarious things like necromancy. Necromancy, which is like magic of the dead, is what that is. So if you're a necromancer, what you do is you transform life energy into death. You impose death upon life, and then when it changes state, you capture that energy and use it for work, your own ends, which are usually evil. Evil. because if you do that, you're feeding ideas that are awful, forms that are awful, things that ought not to be given life. You're giving life to things that shouldn't be given life, because they're evil. Man, so it's so magic, yeah. So look, the one example of it we can look at is if you've seen the movie The Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal is an example of this necromancy. In The Dark Crystal, you see the movie The Dark Crystal, the puppets, you see that the people are stolen from their communities, the little midget people or little people stolen from their communities, taken to the castle with the Dark Crystal. They're strapped to chairs, and then they're forced to stare into the Dark Crystal, right? The Dark Crystal causes them to become old and die, and it distills their life essence into liquid. And then the liquid is taken by the Skeksis, and the Emperor drinks it. And when the Emperor drinks it, he becomes young and lives longer. Whereas the poor little person who got strapped to the chairs and forced to stare into the Dark Crystal becomes a zombie, and they've lost their life. And that's all they do. They steal people, strap them to chairs, drain their life essence to keep themselves going. Right? That's a form of necromancy. When 9/11 happened, 9/11 was awful. 9/11 was terrible. 3,000 Americans died in a horrible accident, a horrible terrorist attack. And that wound, their deaths, and then plus, not counting the heroes that went in to save them. We lost so many people there. It was amazing. It was awful. It was tragic. It was such a deep tragedy because you could see such beauty out of that tragedy. But it was perverted by It was perverted by necromancers. Right? Dick Cheney is a necromancer. He took that energy, that suffering, that death, and he perverted it to his own will. And he caused America to go to war and strike Iraq for no reason. For no reason. That's necromancy. You perverted a nation's suffering for your own evil will. So who profited? Who profited from Iraq? Not the Iraqis, not the American people. You know, it was Dick Cheney's company, Halliburton, who changed names so many times I don't even know what it is anymore. It was Black Forest, what I don't know what is the name. Black Hawk, Black Barrel, Black Burn. I don't know what the bad name of it was, but there was a mercenary company. But who was the owner of that? Eric Prince. He was the owner of that. That rich asshole, that rich guy is the owner of a mercenary company that made tons of money in Iraq, committing atrocities, plundering Iraq. They plundered it. Americans plundered Iraq. So yeah, and they weakened it, right? That's how ISIS came to root, because Americans weakened Iraq. That was all built on a lie. Americans were manipulated into doing this horrible thing through necromancy, right? Because then we killed a bunch of Iraqis and turned their life, their death, into profit for a corporation. Do you see how this works? It's all blood money. It's all, and Justice hates it. Justice is watching this and doesn't even like it. Oh my goodness. How can we even stand it? How can we stand? Well, we can't. That's why our Eden is dying. It's like, oh, you're gonna be like this? Fine, we're taking this away. Fuck you guys. Oh, you're gonna be like that? We're taking you said you don't get an Eden anymore. No more Eden. No more Eden for you. Unless repent. It's gonna be the poor that suffer, though. When the Eden's gone, it's gonna be the poor that suffer. They're always the ones that suffer. So let's fight to keep Eden, right? Oh my God! I mean, I don't know if we can do it, and we have to try. We can't give up. We have to try. So this is a global thing that we're after. Not only the same force that's bringing global warming is also the force that's bringing white supremacy. Like, do you see it? Like, it's what's happening here. Like, I almost think like the Bhagavad Gita is like correct. I gotta go read that again. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Back up a bit. Just back up. Just back up a little bit. Oh, hey, Unifaragon came on. I don't know. Is she coming on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All right. Oh, here. So, that's what I got going here. Yeah, this is a global thing. This is a global thing. So, okay, so if you understand that it's a global thing, then you can start connecting a lot of things. So you can connect Brexit with Russia. Russia is the one pushing Brexit. Russia is the only, not even Russia, but Putin. The oligarchs. The oligarchs are the only ones who benefit from Brexit. When we're together, we're stronger. When we're alone, when we're separate, we're weak. That's the way it always is. Why do you think the states banded together? They had to. They had to. Like in America, that's why we're the United States. We have to band together. Because if we don't, we die. So it works like that idea fractalizes, homie. You can go all the way out. And so we're together. We're all together because we all have democracy. We're all reaching for the higher ideal. All of us. We're not about the strong man. We're not about the tyrant. We're not about power. We are about the rule of law. So we all see the higher idea. We all see it. We all see it. That's why we're allies. That's why we're friends. That's why we want to help each other. That's why we give each other deals and breaks. Give each other a break. Forgive each other. Oh man, that's gonna hurt me. Oh man. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna hurt. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in to yet another fantastic, amazing episode of Lapis Lazuli. Redstone Lapis Lazuli. I hope to see you here again next week. We will discuss the future crazy goings-ons. I'm hoping there's more hearings. I'm hoping to get more information. Something's got to break. This is getting untenable. But for sure, I can report back on what happens Saturday when I go to defend Senate Bill 501. Alright, hope to see you next week. Peace! PoGokeRo out.